My name is Olivier Du Tre, and I am a traditional film photographer. What drives me? I mean, honestly, that's such a difficult question to answer. It's just something that, you feel deep down. I mean, you have to do it, like being out in nature, being in touch with nature, spending time in nature, away from our busy, city life. To me, that is something that is very valuable and something that is that I cherish. Because photography is for me is a very solitary thing. I love being out by myself, and it's just a reset of everyday life. The reason why I use film is because it is alive. I feel it is alive because just like me, it's reacting to the environment I'm photographing. It is expanding with temperature, it's contracting with temperature. Just like I'm shivering in the cold, and I like that it has a very rich tradition. It has 150, 160 years of traditionalism that I want to keep alive, as simple as that. Plus it's very hands-on, it's very tactile, right? And it demands respect, just like any living thing. It demands respect. If you don't give it the respect that it deserves, I think it will bite you in the ass. It is a learning process. And it's a hard teacher, because you don't have feedback, you don't have instant feedback. So every time you make a mistake, it's weeks after that you actually discover your mistake. So it's kind of, you need to have a very specific regime to every photograph you make, make good notes. So you can always go back and kind of decide, see what you did wrong, right? So there's no instant feedback, which is interesting. Film really makes you think about what you're doing, creatively. It makes you, you have to imagine the photograph in your mind. You have to see the photograph that you're taking in your mind before you can actually make it. You're not taking, 10, 15 photographs and then flipping through them on the back of your camera and seeing what works. That's not being creative. I mean, not to me. When I'm out photographing, it to me is a full sensory experience. I listen, I feel, I smell, the scene. The photograph really is a second kind of chapter to all that. I don't jump out of the car and go here's the photo I need to make. It's kind of a relationship that I'm having with the scene I'm photographing. It's like the scene is telling me a story that I'm reacting to, and that's when the photograph happens or not happens. I mean, we can go out photographing or I can go out photographing and come back with nothing, and I'm okay with that. That will be as good as a day as I come back with 6 photographs. But the whole, people don't, stop and experience anymore, right? I often just sit there, just sit there and I just listen to everything and smell, and I'm not saying I'm licking the trees to taste them, but you know what I mean? So that's when the good photographs happen, is when you're in the moment, literally in the environment, and not just taking a snapshot of it by jumping out of the car and scratching the surface. My name is Olivier Du Tre, and I love traditional film photography.